Hi everybody, Jake, your resident content cowboy here. Yeehaw! It's been a minute since I've done this, but I always love looking at these concepts for new Pokemon coming to Unite. So today, these are Pokemon we need to see in Unite. Whatever part we're on, I honestly forget. I'll remember by the time I post this video. I want to give a big shout out to Ronan from my Discord for putting a lot of this together here, finding these Pokemon and sending them over to me. So thank you for that. All right, let's start with a Pokemon that was rumored to be in the game a very, very long time ago. This concept is by Raijetlu, Marshadow. This is an all-rounder melee Pokemon, intermediate difficulty, a physical damage Pokemon. Its basic attack becomes a boosted attack with every third, dealing increased damage and silencing the enemy for a short time. That would be... That would be pretty sweet. I mean, when you think about it, the ability to silence someone, that's kind of Mr. Mime's Unite move. It's so good. Okay, Technician. After using a move, the user's basic attack speed is increased for a time, up to 3 stacks. Goes on cooldown after not using a move for a period of time. Okay, all right. And then Spectral Assault. Marshadow dashes to a designated... Oh, this must be its Unite move. Okay, so Technician, obviously, it's passive. And then Spectral Assault is its Unite move. But let me go to its other moves first, because you kind of want to save the Unite for the very end. All right. First ability is Agility. It's a dash. The user dashes forward. The next basic attack is boosted. That's really nice, especially if it silences someone. You could use that to engage. You could use that to chase someone, and then you shut down their dash. Really, really nice. That upgrades at level 4 to either Shadow Sneak or Phantom Force. The user extends its Shadow to a nearby Pokemon appearing behind them, dealing damage and stunning them for a short time. Controls are like Routes Teleport. I actually really like Routes Teleport. It just needs a little more range, I feel like. The upgrade deals more damage and has longer range. Well, there's the there's the range. Phantom Force, the dash. The user vanishes, dashing and becoming invisible for a short time, gaining increased movement speed. After reappearing, the user's next basic attack is boosted. The upgrade stays hidden for longer. That could be really amazing. It's giving me vibes of, obviously, like Greninja's Smokescreen to a degree, and it's giving me vibes of Gengar's Unite. Assurance. Upgrades at level 6. Assurance is a melee move, deals damage to opposing Pokemon. If that Pokemon has recently taken damage, this move deals additional damage. So it's just a comboing move. That's really, really nice. Very cool. And then it upgrades to either Throat Chop or Force Palm. Throat Chop. The user strikes a nearby enemy Pokemon, dealing damage and silencing them. This Pokemon would be a nightmare to deal with. It's just silencing. It just like pops out of the shadows and silences everyone as they attack them. It would be mean. Upgrade lowers movement speed of enemies hit. I really like that move. This is obviously very much like an assassin-y type Pokemon. And then Force Palm, the user strikes out, dealing damage to opposing Pokemon and knocking them back. Upgrade, enemies hit with Force Palm have their movement speed slowed. Let's talk about the Unite move here. Marshadow dashes to a designated area through a shadow, dealing area damage and applying fear to all opposing Pokemon within the radius. Pokemon afflicted with fear slowly walk away and cannot attack. I've seen moves like this in a lot of MOBAs, and they're really great. You know, especially if you do it right. You land sort of in this, like, let's say the circle is right here. I'm trying to show this. And you land like over here. So you push 2 of the enemies like going that way. 3 of the enemies going that way. And your team can sort of pick off the 2 weaker ones in there. This is a really cool idea for a Pokemon. Very, very assassin-y focused. It kind of feels a little more like a speedster to me. But I'm thinking that the person also wants this to be very much a brawling style Pokemon from the sounds of it. So I think this is really cool. And we could definitely see this Pokemon coming to this game. At one point, they were working on it for some reason. We know that. We know that apparently at some point it was in a data mine, although it feels like the information of that has sort of been lost to time almost. But really, really cool concept. Thank you for putting it out there. Our next Pokemon is Vanillux. This comes from Marshlands on the Discord. Thank you very much for this. It is an attacker, and one thing to say about this Pokemon is a lot of people think this might be in the game because we did see sort of Trevenant in a similar situation, and then, you know, we saw, what was it, Vanillite in sort of a lot of the wintry events. We saw Phantump in some of the Halloween events. So people think this Pokemon might be hinted at right now. This could be someone actually coming to the game at some point. Maybe the next Pokemon after what we already know is coming very soon. It's an attacker, special attack, ranged, intermediate difficulty. Its passive, Ice Body. The Pokemon's HP is restored by a certain amount whenever it freezes an enemy. Oh my gosh, that would be so fun. It evolves at level 4 and 8. Its basic attacks. The Pokemon's basic attacks depend on its range. At a short distance, it attacks by blowing cold air. At longer distance, it attacks by spitting out ice gems. Okay, so it kind of has that cool, pun. It kind of has that cool Greninja effect, right? So the further out you are, it's spitting ice, but if you're close, it has a different attack. That's very cool. Ice chunks do higher damage. Every third attack is a boosted attack. Boosted short-range attacks shove enemies back and freeze them, while boosted long-range attacks deal increased damage and freeze them. Cool. Okay, so it has this nice way of actually disengaging with enemies just using its basic attacks there. Let's see. Level 1 or 3, slot 1, Icy Wind. Area attack, 7-second cooldown. The Pokemon releases a wave of freezing wind in a rectangle area in front of itself to deal damage. Enemies hit have their movement speed lowered. Okay, cool. Yeah, we've seen Pokemon with something similar to this a little bit. It kind of reminds me a little bit of Powder Snow, but obviously this is in a rectangle. Awesome. Let's see. Oh, wait, does Ninetales have Icy Wind? Hold on, Jake. Does it also have Icy Wind? And I'm just thinking literally of Icy Wind also. I'm like, it kind of is like Powder Snow. Yeah, Jake, but it's really like Icy Wind. Hold on. I literally have my game right here. I'm pulling this up. What are your move sets? Now I'm forgetting the names of your moves. It's literally called Icy Wind. I'm so... All right. Let's see. Level 5, option 1. So this is the upgrade path. Ice Beam. Ranged, 8 seconds. A skill shot attack. The Pokemon fires a beam of ice cold energy that deals damage 5 ticks. Enemies hit by at least 1 tick from this move are slowed. If they're hit by 3 ticks, they become frozen. Oh, this would be so fun. This would be so mean. And once it upgrades at level 11, it's increased damage. Option 2, Blizzard. Area, 9 seconds. The Pokemon creates a howling blizzard that pushes enemies in a wide area in front of itself. The blizzard shoves enemies back and deals damage. The user's next 3 basic attacks become boosted. Ooh, pretty cool. And its upgrade shoves enemies even further. So it has these nice disengage moves right there. Level 1 or 3, slot 2, Mist. It's a buff, 8 seconds. The Pokemon creates a white mist with magic powder that removes stat debuffs from itself and from allies in the area. Oh, that's actually very cool. I feel like they need a support that kind of does more of that. I know we sort of have what happens with, you know, Wiggly's Unite, and we have Blissy's Safeguard, but yeah, that's very cool. Level 7, upgrade, option 1, Frost Breath. Area, 5 seconds. The Pokemon releases bitter cold air from its mouth in a cone near itself, dealing damage. If an enemy's frozen, it breaks the ice and deals double damage. That could be, depending on how much double damage is, that could be really insane. Upgrade at level 13 is increased damage. Option 2 is Hail Recovery, 7 seconds. Has the user create an area of ice atmosphere in the area around itself briefly. This area protects itself from stat debuffs and recovers a bit of HP in 3 ticks before ending, and it increases recovery at level 13. Very cool. It's interesting because as a ranged Pokemon, you think, well, how often am I going to be using a recovery option, right? But it could be really, really nice, especially maybe if you're using Blizzard more often. Its Unite move at level 8, Snow Cone Flurry. Vanillux twirls forward and then releases a wave of sub-zero air in a cone, Jake, in a cone in front of itself that freezes all enemies hit. Vanillux's HP is recovered by each enemy frozen. Movement speed and special attack are increased afterwards. Yeah. Really cool, and as I said earlier, both the Pokemon I've shown so far, there's a possibility they're coming to this game. I mean, we don't know. We don't know anything, you know, but it's always possible that they've hinted at this Pokemon. Very, very cool. Thank you, Marshlands, for this. Okay, I had to move my camera a little bit so I can see this one better. This is Swoobat. It is from El Harmony. Swoobat is a supporter, ranged, intermediate difficulty. its first ability here is Gust. Oh, let's do its passive first. I always like these passives. Unaware. Ignores status conditions and stat boosts from opposing Pokemon. Ignoring status conditions has a cooldown that will trigger when a status condition is applied. It evolves from Woobat to Swoobat at level 5. Gust. Its first option is an ability. A small gust is created by the wings of the user, damaging enemies. And then at level 4, you either get Heart Stamp or Air Slash. So Heart Stamp, the user leaps to the user leaps to the user and plants a Heart Stamp on the opposing Pokemon. Okay, so it leaps to an enemy Pokemon and plants a Heart Stamp on them. The attack stuns the opposing Pokemon. The attack I read the same thing twice. And the stamp increases the damage done to the opposing Pokemon. This applies to the user and their allies. Moves like this would be so cool. Like you're marking someone to get taken out here. At level 10, it increases the duration of the stamp. Or Air Slash, a ranged attack. The user sends out blades of air. By the way, that last move was a sure hit. I didn't mention that. The user sends out blades of air that stun opposing Pokemon when hit. Multiple Pokemon can be hit by the blades, and if a Pokemon is hit by multiple blades, the stun duration is increased. Ooh. At level 10, it increases the amount of blades. And then its other ability, Supersonic. The user generates odd sound waves to the opposing Pokemon and inverts the moving controls. What? I mean, can you imagine being in lane with a Swoobat and a Wiggly and just getting cute charmed as well as Supersonic? You'd be like, I'm losing my mind. Okay. At level 5, so these moves actually upgrade pretty quick, which is cool. At level 5, it either gets Attract or Tailwind. Attract is a hindrance with a 9-second cooldown. The user attracts the opposing Pokemon, causing them to come closer. This attack can be held down to extend the duration, but it increases the cooldown. Whoa! I mean, this is just so mean. Moves like this are so mean. It's just a mean or cute charm. At level 11, it upgrades, decreases the cooldown when the skill is used for longer. Or Tailwind. The user whips up turbulent winds that will increase the movement speed of ally Pokemon and decrease the movement speed of enemy Pokemon. At level 11, increases the area of effect of this move. That's very cool. Tailwind's very cool. I honestly think it maybe needs to do more. But considering it's a buff and debuff, maybe I'm wrong here because I'm comparing it to things like Helping Hand, but that's only a buff. It's not a debuff. So that could be pretty amazing. Let's see. I'll read its basic attack real quick, and then we'll get to its Unite move. Basic attack. The user sends out small blades of compressed air, and every third attack is a boosted attack. Boosted attacks are larger and stun opposing Pokemon. Mean a range stun. Like you're often stunning, kind of similar to Dragonite's lightning stun there. Awesome. And its Unite move, Moonlight Calling. The user calls several Woobats that fly around the area. If opposing Pokemon are hit with the Woobat, they will be stunned and Heart Stamped. This Heart Stamp is weaker than the Heart Stamp Move Stamp. At the end of the move, the user sends the Woobat away with a gust of wind that pushes opposing Pokemon away. That sounds really cool. That's like a really unique sounding, very, very cool Unite move. Thank you very much for submitting this, L Harmony. Very cool. All right, our final Pokemon for today from Ronan is Sandslash. Sandslash, obviously, you know, I'm old school Gen 1 guy, so that's it's awesome to see a Pokemon like this. I know a lot of people might want to see like a Alolan Sandslash as well, so this could be very cool. It's an all-rounder, melee, expert level Pokemon that deals physical damage. Its basic attack attacks opponents with sharp claws. Every third attack is boosted, dealing increased damage and increasing the speed at which the Sandstorm moves closer to Sandslash for 3 seconds. What do you mean? Let me see its passive, Sand Rush. When the game starts, there's a large sandstorm that slowly blows towards Sandslash. What? Dealing... This is cool. Dealing damage to opponents in the area. While Sandslash is in the sandstorm, it gets increased movement speed and attack speed. The sandstorm is affected by CC. What? This is very cool and very disruptive. I kind of love this idea. All right. Let's head over to its first attack here, Sand Attack. Sprays sand in opponent's eyes, limiting their visibility. Your next basic attack is boosted. And that upgrades to either Dig or Sand Tomb. Dig will go underground, making Sand Slash invincible for a short time, then jumps up dealing damage, and the next attack is boosted. Or Sand Tomb. Rocks fall from the sky, trapping an opponent for 3 seconds. Oh, I wonder, obviously it's not a stun, so it's literally like a little cage that lands on them, or a tomb, a sand tomb, if you will. Okay, and then Defense Girl is the move it starts with. Gives Sand Slash a shield. Your next basic attack is boosted. So this has a lot of boosted attacks to bring that storm closer and closer. Rapid Spin or Sand Storm, upgrades to Rapid Spin. Sand Slash starts spinning, giving an increased movement speed. When you touch the Sandstorm, it will automatically spin around you, going faster and dealing more damage. This Pokemon, this feels like this is maybe where the game could be going in another year, right? When they really start getting out there with how they make some of their Pokemon. And then its other ability is Sandstorm. Will automatically dissipate the previous Sandstorm and create a new Sandstorm around Sand Slash. So yeah, I guess when you're moving between lanes and stuff, you've got this slow Sandstorm coming towards you and you're trying to pull it towards you, but this just lets you use it right there. That might be so useful that you have to take that move. And then its Unite move. Sand Slash, it's Sandstorm Slash. Sand Slash slashes for Sand Slash slashes forward every 3 seconds 4 times. Each creates a cone that has the effect of a sandstorm, except that they cannot be moved. These last for 7 seconds. Wow, so it just creates this. This really creates so much crazy environmental hazards for people to deal with. It's an extremely cool idea, and I would love to see them do something like this in the future with some of these Pokemon. It evolves from Sandshrew to Sandslash at level 4. Thank you very much, Ronan. Thank you everyone who submits their concepts over on the Discord. I want to do these more often. I need to do them like once a month. I'd like to do them maybe even a little more often, because I'm always really impressed by everyone's creativity with all this, and it just gets me thinking about where the game could go. Let me know what your favorite was from this video. Thank you all for watching. Thank you for listening. I'll see you all next time. I want Ampharos in the game.